Welcome everyone to the penultimate episode of Geeks of the Roundtable. It's Saturday, it's the best damn day of the week. Thank you for joining us, thank you for being here, thank you in advance for all your wonderful questions and wonderful possible support through the tip link or super chat. Of course, I'm not here alone. Joining me today, as always, to host this wonderful show with me for two more times, because then you'll host another show with me, is Zach Pope. How are you doing today, Zach?
I'm good, man. It's bittersweet, but then this week in Geeks starts.
Yes,
I'm tinkering around with the fun intro for that one. I haven't told you yet. I don't know if it'll be done by the time we do it, but it's mostly for when we do the podcast part of it. That's mostly what it's for. Not more, because we do this more as a live stream, where like the podcast will be a little bit more like, hey, exactly. What's going on, guys? This is This Week in Geek. We are naked while filming this, so don't worry.
This is only audio, so you can be naked. All right, everyone, you know how this works. We're going to start with our weekly rankings, then go through the news topics, and then start with your live questions. There are several ways of asking questions. As always, you can just throw them down into the live chat. Remember those interrogation marks, because they really help me find the questions rather quick. Or if you want to guarantee that your question is answered, make sure to send us a tip through the tip link or through the super chat if you can, if you want to. All right, without any further ado, let's start with my weekly ranking, because I'm starting us off today. And the worst thing I saw this week was Moonfall. Unfortunately, you guys know from last week how excited I was for Moonfall, and there is fun to be had. Moonfall is definitely not the worst film I have seen this year. So there you go. There's just a little appetizer that it's bad. It's not a good movie. Disappointed me, but there's still some worse movies this year. Over that, I'm going to have. Over that, I think I enjoyed everything that I saw this week, if I'm not mistaken. So over that, I'm going to have this week's episode of Peacemaker. Now, there's a huge gap between between Moonfall and this. So, just so you know, Peacemaker is good. It's just not my favorite episode of the show, but we're now at the point of no return in Peacemaker. So, everything is now converging, and we only have 2 episodes left. And I've enjoyed every single episode of this show. Over that, I'm going to have the Book of Boba Fett episode 6. Just going to leave it at that for now, because that's going to be our first topic, so we'll discuss all of that in detail. And at number 1, and Zach, I apologize, because I still haven't finished Ozark, but I still only got 1 episode left. Only 1 episode. It was a busy week.
Fair enough.
So in first place comes the entire series, even though you guys can't watch the entire series right now, the entire series of Pam and Tommy. This is a raunchy show. This is a wild show. This is a dramatic show. This is a funny show. It's a very human show. It really captures the humanity that was lost amidst the scandal with the sex and Hollywood personality and all that shit. But this is a show that really captures the intimacy and the humanity that we didn't see, that we usually don't see when it comes to these people. And I'm sure Zach is going to talk a little bit about Pam and Tommy as well. So that's my weekly ranking. I did watch Zac Efron's Gold, that movie.
Where the fuck is that? Where is that?
I VPN to Australia because they have a service called Stan. You know how you guys have Stars? Yeah. Stars Original? They have a Stan Original. So I VPN to Australia and watch that. Review is coming. I clearly don't like it as much as Movie Fan. I liked it. Solid film. Just won't be my favorite of the year. Zach, what is your weekly ranking, my friend?
All right. So, starting out at the bottom, I'm doing my Batman rewatches, but you know what? I think I'm going to change my mind. Moonfall is still the worst thing I've seen this week because I would rather rewatch Batman and Robin and Batman Forever.
I definitely agree.
Moonfall was so entertaining. I've never been entertained on such a level for the first hour. And you know me, I've been talking shit about Roland Emmerich. I don't fucking like his movies. None of them. Not even the good ones. And I sat there and I was just like, okay, I'm actually into this. This is kind of fun. Then they go to space and it fucking lost me. There. They tried giving this fucking high sci-fi concept, which completely...
That's the third act. That's where it lost me. Not when they go to space, but that third act reveal where I'm like, that
entire thing pissed me off because I mentioned in our group chat they copied Mass Effect 3's ending almost beat for beat. Besides the whole, I'm not gonna get into spoilers in case you want to see Moonfall, but besides like you getting to make a choice. No, they literally copied this movie beat for fucking beat, and it pissed me off. Already fucking made me mad there. So that's in last place. Next up, these ones are tied, so I'm just gonna say on both Batman and Robin, Batman Forever. I don't know which one I don't like less because Batman Forever tries to take itself too serious, but then it's too fucking stupid and cringy.
I like Batman Forever more than most.
I enjoy it for what it was, but like Batman and Robin, it's so bad that I like fucking enjoyed it actually. Like I was dreading watching this damn thing.
It's a very enjoyable film.
Arnold, best thing about it. I think Arnold's
what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age.
I'm gonna take that exact clip when I do my Batman ranking, and that's the first thing that's gonna come up.
Please do.
I have a couple other things I can't talk about yet, but I will next week. Which not happy about those because they would actually be lower than Moonfall, probably.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I do not like.
I want to know that. Tell me in the private chat afterwards.
Yeah,
after you're done.
Yeah. I'll tell you right now. There you go.
Okay. Oh, I really want to watch that, but I don't know when it's coming out here.
Very boring. All right, next we have what did I watch? Jackass Forever. This is like way above everything else.
Watching it tonight.
Oh, you're gonna like it, man. It's fun. Lots of penis, lots of blood, lots of pain, and lots of laughs.
I enjoy people getting hurt, especially when they bring it upon themselves. So
yeah, there's one.
I'm a single man, please.
There is one time. There's one thing that happens in this movie. They couldn't even do the stunt because they were laughing so goddamn loud because of one thing. And it is so funny and it's so gross, and I fucking loved it. It was a lot.
Can I say something? Quick side note while we're talking to Jackass, because it's something I don't like in Jackass. I don't like in anything. And this peek behind the curtain at Ren Geekness the person, okay? Because that's my actual legal name. If you're a member of the male species and you purposefully hit another member of the male species in the balls, knowing that you understand what kind of pain that causes, be it with your hand or anything, you suck. I hate you. I just wanted to get that out of the way for a little bit of context. I never find that funny, okay? I mean, unless you're a fucking asshole, then you deserve to get all the kicks in the nuts.
You are going to cringe for at least 20 minutes of this movie. I mean, like a full straight 20 minutes. There's literally a stunt all on that.
Yeah.
So next we have Peacemaker. Really, really enjoyed this week's episode. Biggest surprise of the year. I know it's really early, but it'll remain probably the biggest surprise.
So far.
Yeah. I mean, unless the Batman sucks, and that'll be the biggest surprise.
Biggest surprise of the year. The Batman sucked.
Next, we got Pam and Tommy. I really, really like the show. Didn't love the last episode. I found it to be a little bit rushed in execution, but damn, is this really good. And just like you said, inside. Looking on the inside, that was what I appreciated about it most. Because the first episode, I'm like, and then we get the second episode, I'm like, okay, I'm enjoying this, but let's get some deep. There's one episode called Pam's Wonderland.
Episode 6. Fantastic.
Automatic nomination there.
Yeah.
Every TV award.
It's funny you said that you weren't exactly hooked on the first episode, because I won't say I was like hooked. Okay.
It was... Is this going to be trash fun or very down to earth, like actually deep fun? And I didn't start getting to that deepness till the third episode.
Because I clocked in on the at least possible depth of the show on the first episode. And I'll tell you why. Really quick. Because, like, we know the very premise. We know what happened back in the 90s. Okay, the sex tape is going to get leaked out and whatnot. It's going to be a scandal and chaos is going to ensue, blah, blah, blah. The first episode of Pam and Tommy, Pamela Anderson shows up once.
Yep.
She's not involved whatsoever in the rest of the episode. And so from that perspective, you start to understand, oh shit, they're going to explore how this person who had nothing to do with the situation that led up to the leaking of the tape, how she was so monumentally fucked over by this dude, even though she never did anything to him, even though she barely interacted with him.
Yep.
And then the show does explore that, and it gives the story that depth, and Pamela that very humanistic perspective that it shows on her. Like, there's even, I'm not going to say too much, but there's even a conversation that you know, Zach, and I think it's on that episode, on Pamela's Wonderland. It's between Tommy Lee and the guy who leaked the sex tape. And they're talking to one another. And then Tommy Lee says something. And you're like, fuck, man, you're absolutely right. And so that's one of the things, one of the highlights.
I liked it and started to love it more and more because it got deeper into every character, even Seth Rogen's. Like, it got deep into everyone's psychological nature. So I really, really dug that. Coming up next, Batman Returns. Fucking awesome movie. I love this Batman movie. It's my favorite Michael Keaton one, and especially out of all the older ones. And then my number one is the Book of the Mandalorian. So there we go.
The book of everyone but Boba Fett. All right, everyone. Before
I did my review, I said this show should have just been called Tales of the Mandalorian or Tales of Star Wars or something like that, where we check
Tales of, yes, Star Wars anthology series, something. Yeah,
just like as an in between. That's what it should have been called.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Before we get going to the topic, we have one weekly ranking that I could find, and I'll search for if there are any others. Luis Feliciano with a Batman profile picture. Weekly ranking number 2, all of the Jackass movies rewatched. Number 1, Jackass Forever. All right, so Jackass Forever is apparently the best one. All right, I don't see any other weekly rankings, so anyone who shared them, if anyone else shared them, I do apologize, but I don't see them. But if I missed, I'll share them later. Oh, here it is. Ricardo is a weekly ranking. Number 5, Hotel Transylvania 4. Not bad, not memorable, still fun. Number 4, The Voyeurs, Amazon Prime. Underrated erotic thriller with Ben Hardy, the lady who's going to play Sabine, Natasha Liu Bordizio, Sydney Sweeney from Euphoria, and Justice Smith is also there. Number 3, Pam and Tommy, episodes 1 through 3. Number 2, The Book of Boba Fett, episode 6. And number 1, Violet Evergarden, the movie. Still never seen the anime, but thank you very much for sharing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with our topics. And let me just put a new banner up. What the hell? I wanted to share a banner, but apparently I can't. No, I can't. Hang on. The Book of Boba Fett spoilers. If you have not seen The Book of Boba Fett, you don't want to be here while this banner is up. So just mute. Just mute. We're not going to bring any images up, so just mute the show while this banner right here is up. Because once again, The Book of Boba Fett had an amazing episode. This time directed by Dave Filoni. And if you didn't know it was directed by Dave Filoni, you watch the episode and you're like, this was directed by Dave Filoni. And then his credit comes up at the end.
Yep.
And I'm going to repeat a lot of what I said last week, so I apologize in advance. This episode is so good. And I still think episode 5 is better than this one, just for context. It only highlights the issues that the show has had from the beginning. Where, now that we start seeing where the show is going, where it's Boba Fett needs an army, and so Mando goes and tries to get the people from Mos Pelgo and Cobb Vanth. and you start to see the pieces that were there at the beginning with Boba Fett and the Tusken Raiders, and so you're like, oh, okay, this is gonna be his army. But no, by episode 2, they're dead. The Pikes. We see them once in episode 2. I think it was episode 2 with the train sequence and whatnot. And then we see them in this episode with them blowing the bar. So the threat, the big bads of the show have been so shittily set up. Do you remember when we talked about how shitty a job they did at setting up Echo as an interesting character? They did a worse job of setting up the Pikes as the threat in this show. Because we don't know what the relationship is, we don't know what the power dynamics are, and now when they do this big blow, no pun intended, in the literal sense, they blow up this bar. They're not attacking Boba Fett. They're attacking the fucking bar that just happens to be in the town that he wants to rule over. Like, this show is so good when it's actually telling a story. It's frustrating because every single writing choice in this show is exactly that. It's a choice. So the fact that they chose to not tell an interesting story with Boba Fett, and now every time we're going somewhere else and focusing on someone else rather than Boba Fett, this show works. And it feels like this show should have been exactly that, a Star Wars anthology series, where all these stories are happening at the same time, so we bring them all together. We got Cobb Vanth returning. We got Grogu returning. We see his little feats, and we see him training, and we see him using the Force, and we see the most adorable fucking thing ever, which is him walking around with Luke, and Luke just going whoop and giving him little hops so he can keep up. It's the most adorable fucking thing ever, and my biggest takeaway. I don't care if you like that. That's my biggest takeaway. That is my biggest takeaway. We got fucking Luke Skywalker back as a proper character on an episode of television. The Luke Skywalker that we saw defeat the Emperor and his father, bring him back to the light side, and celebrate with Han and Leia. And we got that green lightsaber that is so fucking beautiful. We got the Force theme. The visual effects are on another level. It's still, like, slightly off. Like, you can tell there's something off.
Every time he talks.
But if you don't understand, like, visual effects or anything, you probably clock in on there's something off about Luke, but you can't tell what it is. Because it's that good.
For the general audience, they don't
on a visual level.
Because I remember Rogue One when I took my grandma to see Rogue One, and we see Leia and we see Tarkin. Dude, she swore that I don't remember the actor's name off the top of my head, but she likes that actor who plays Tarkin. She swore he was still alive. She swore he was still alive when we took her.
Peter Cushing.
And I told her, I was like, no, it was all visual effects.
He did.
And she goes, what? So
yeah. But we get Ahsoka Tano, and Ahsoka Tano knows Luke Skywalker, and she calls him Master Luke, and that sends chills on my spine. I pointed it out in my review yesterday. It is a missed opportunity that we don't see that first meeting. That we don't see how they come together. But maybe we will. Yes, absolutely. And we see Cobb Vanth, and we see one more person that it would be unfair of me to bring that up. So, ladies and gentlemen, I now give the floor to Zachariah Papaya, my friend here. There's one more character that comes in this episode, Zach, so go ahead. Let it all out, my friend.
I'm going to fire again right now. Okay, so if you guys have been following me for, fucking years, I cried last year when he showed up in Bad Batch, and from then on, I was like, there's no way in hell he's not showing up in Book of Boba Fett. You don't bring him back to not bring him into live action, and that is motherfucking Cad Bane. Woo! He finally makes his live action appearance. Dave Filoni was, of course, going to be the one to bring it. While I have issues, this motherfucker should have showed up back like 4 episodes ago. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Set up anything. That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
When I look, because I always check how long the episode's going, because I get intense. I'm like, oh my god, there's 20 minutes left, so I gotta. What's gonna happen? And I'm sitting there, and I'm sitting on my couch, and I'm watching, and Cobb Vanth's like looking out in the distance. And I see this cowboy still, and I should have recorded. It was the biggest missed op. It's even bigger than when Luke came in Mando season 2. Because like I'm sitting there. This is my Luke Skywalker, pretty much, which makes no sense. But I love Cad Bane so much. He's my favorite bounty hunter. Which I heard a leak that he's getting a hot toy, which I will pre-order the fuck out of, because there's always been one of him and I never liked it. It was him in the clone trooper outfit. I don't like that version. But we see the silhouette walking up, and for the 10 minutes it felt of him walking up, where it was probably only like 2 minutes, I sat there and I was like, no fucking way. No fucking way. If it's a cop out and it's not him, I'm gonna be screaming pissed off. But dude, I woke my entire.
It's cod bone after all, and it's just a Cad Bane painted yellow.
I woke my entire family up. I was so fucking excited for this. I was.
By the way, quick question, because I have seen the episode twice, and at this moment I don't, because you have the little exchange of him threatening Cobb Vanth and Cobb Vanth saying, "Hey, I didn't catch your name." Does he actually say his name?
I think he does, from my understanding. But the other thing with that is I don't think Cobb Vanth's dead. I know the other guy.
He's not. He's totally not dead. You can see him moving. Like the deputy, he's totally dead. He's super dead. Yeah. He's as dead as you can be on Star Wars.
I will say this. Cad Bane dies next episode, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. And I'm not just saying that as like a fan. I think that's a terrible choice, especially if Boba's the one to kill him, because you didn't set that up at all. You didn't set that up. I'm not gonna feel anything.
I think with Dave Filoni being involved, I think we're safe.
I think he's safe for now. I can imagine Cad Bane dying, I don't know, next season.
In season 2? If they properly focus on Boba Fett?
Yeah, something. Because there's so much in that past between Boba Fett and Cad Bane, and that's the reunion I want to see, is when he finds out that this motherfucker is still alive. Because, and for context, I want everyone to understand, a lot of people were like, why is he so pale? Why does he look older? This motherfucker's like 80 years old now. Yeah. He's 80 years old, and he's probably been in the desert for a while. But anyways, I don't know. I fucking loved it. And I love this episode. I love this. And it sucks because when I did my review, I mentioned off the top, I'm like, it's just cool that we have a Book of Boba Fett show and we don't see Boba Fett. And I got shit.
He has a cameo in this episode, everyone. Yeah. Mind-blowing. He has a cameo in this episode where he looks to the side and nods at Mandalorian. Exactly. That's his biggest contribution for this show.
and I got shit on for that. I was like, I'm just pointing out, it doesn't mean I didn't love the episode, but the other thing I want to kind of add before we wrap it up, when Ahsoka showed up, I also freaked out on that. I mean, you and me kind of assumed Luke and Grogu were in here. Ahsoka's my favorite Star Wars character.
We can be open about it. I knew, and I told Zach that they were both going to be. I didn't know like any details about their involvement, like they were going to get proper. Yeah, exactly. But I knew we're getting Luke and Yoda and Baby Yoda
in the next episode. Grogu
100%. Like obviously he's going back. He's going back. Remember when we discussed, like, is Grogu going to be in Mandalorian Season 2? And I said, if he's not right at the beginning, he's coming in at episode 2 or 3, he's going to be right at the beginning. He's coming back to Mando next episode.
He's going to become a Mandalorian.
A Mandalorian!
Yeah. But you know what? We don't know. Maybe Luke does give him the lightsaber and he goes, train with him. Type thing. I don't
know. But I think that would... If you didn't like close out on this great scene where he's giving him the choice, just like Mando was given a choice, and to me he made the right choice. That's the right choice for his character.
But we do know who Luke's first student technically is. Canon wise, it's Ben.
Yes. So we know, obviously, and even if he didn't, we know the choice Baby Yoda is going to make. And yes, I will still call him Baby Yoda. But again, if they didn't end on that last scene where it's giving him this great choice, because that's great conflict. Like you either choose the lightsaber or you choose the chainmail.
Yes, even though they broke canon, because in the Vader comic they got rid of that lightsaber and destroyed it.
True.
whatever. Not gonna complain.
The movies and TV shows overtake the comics, so just take the comics with a grain of salt. Enjoy them as canon until the movies or TV shows say otherwise. But again, if they didn't give him that choice, if they didn't end on a really great cliffhanger, I think it'd be cool to give him the lightsaber. But if you give him that choice and he makes a choice of not keeping the lightsaber, then don't give him the lightsaber.
So I want to ask you one last question before we move to the next topic. What cameo are we getting next week? Who are we getting? There's gonna be more. I'm gonna say Bosk. I think Bosk is in the next episode.
I wouldn't bet on Bosk because I don't think Bosk is big, even for us hardcore fans. I don't think he's big enough to warrant a reaction. It'll be more like, there's Bosk, cool. Because now you got Luke Skywalker, Ahsoka Tano,
the other one's
Cad Bane.
I think Han's the other one.
I think Han's the other one too. I don't want it to be, but I think it's gonna be. I still want it to be Kira.
Or is it Han? Or is it Alden or Harrison?
I think they're gonna do the same thing they're doing with Luke. And have someone there, but de-age Harrison Ford's face. But I would go personally with Alden. I think we're getting Kira.
Oh, dude, I would not be surprised by that because I don't see the Pikes as a villain like at all. Like I feel like they're so.
I mean, they clearly are, but I will also say this. I don't know how it will make sense story-wise, but again, Han is not coming in for story. He's coming in for fan service. Kira, if she comes in, is going to come in for fan service.
Yeah.
Since Black Chrysanthemum is here. Dr. Aphra.
Dude.
Dr. Aphra.
Yeah. That'd be great. That would.
I don't know who would be Dr. Aphra because I'm looking at Ming-Na Wen and she would be a great Dr. Aphra, but she's already playing someone else.
I would really like. Well, how old would Dr. Aphra be right now?
I think she is around Ming-Na Wen's age, even though Ming-Na Wen doesn't look like she's 60, but somehow she's 60.
She does not look 60 at all.
I hope I look like that when I'm 60. But anyway, we got to move on. But this is this is a great episode of television. Just horrible. An episode for a show called The Book of Boba Fett. So,
yep.
I can't hour of television that really entertained me. Great story. But at the same time, looking at it in context, I can't. It doesn't feel right to entirely deny this, so I'm just going to leave it without making a verdict. Zach, what about you?
Same. I mean, I could knight it, but I'll just leave it until next week.
But I'm not gonna. All right, take us into our second topic, my friend.
All right, guys, it's time to bring out the big guns. Halo's official trailer that I have been waiting fucking months for. They keep giving me tease and clip and 30-second teaser here and there, and we finally got the first official trailer. Halo brings the fan favorite video game to life. It's coming to Paramount Plus. It was originally supposed to be on Showtime. Paramount Plus bought it from them. And as a Halo fan, I like the aesthetic of the trailer. I have lots of worries about this show, but I'm more excited than I was before I'd seen that trailer.
Because you're a Halo fan. You play the games. Dude, you know what Halo is.
Love Halo. It's huge. It's probably the first-person shooter I ever played. So
all right.
It did a lot for me in there and playing. Like I have tons of memories with my friends growing up playing this. So I have a lot of love for this franchise. And the newest one that just came out is probably top 3 of them all, which is saying a lot because the new studio took over after for 4, 5, and 6. And I didn't like 4. I hated 5. 5 was like one of the worst games I've ever played. And thank God 6 was fantastic.
Yeah.
But my issues, not my issues, my worries, if he takes his fucking helmet off, completely breaks me. It makes me almost not even want to watch this because he's never taken his helmet off in the fucking games. So that, and from what I've heard, he does take it off, which what pissed me off. Second, some of the visual effects did not look great. Mostly stuff on the outer skirts, like when it's like trying to do like that big pan shot like Game of Thrones would do. Third, I see what they're trying to do with the story here with that girl that's like blonde, and that worries me because if they're going in the direction with her with what I think they're going to do, that's nothing like the game. I understand the game is different than but it also doesn't make sense to me because the game you can also adapt. Like, it's not that confusing to what they were trying to do. So I'm just interested to see what that is because the trailer kind of just worried me a bit on there. And the last thing is Cortana is probably my favorite Halo character of all time. I'm so happy they brought back the original girl to play her, but I don't like that she's not blue. I hate that they went more human looking because she's all blue in it and with like she looks exactly like that, just blue. Exactly. So that's my only thing. I'm just kind of like, why was that choice? But really my biggest worry is that he's gonna take the mask off. That's my biggest worry. And I think they're gonna do it, and I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm coming, just full disclosure, before I start talking about my thoughts on the show, I'm coming to you as someone who has never played a single Halo game in my life. I know who Master Chief is. It's that guy with that suit and helmets. That's all. I don't know what the story is. I don't know what the themes are. I don't know how this character is supposed to be. So as someone who's just coming into this expecting to watch a fun TV show, with some action, sci-fi, whatever. I like this trailer. It's a fun trailer. As someone who knows nothing about this, coming into this completely clean, I enjoyed what I saw. It looks and sounds interesting with the whole, they got to get the Halo to save everything. So the story that they set up in this trailer, is it anything at all like the story of the games? Is it very faithful with some changes? Is it not faithful at all with some similarities?
I need to see. So that's my thing. I need to see what happens. So you know how you see a bunch of different people armored like him, like they call him Spartans.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I also knew that. Also knew.
In the first 3 games, Master Chief's the last one. So I don't know what this takes place because all the Spartans died on. They call it Reach. That's like their home. They all died.
There's one game called Halo Reach. Yes, I also know that.
That was the last one that Bungie made before they left. Okay. It was fucking amazing. But then when you look at the newer trilogy, they introduced that they were bringing back kind of the program in a sense, or there was like long lost ones and whatever. But it seems like they're keeping Spartans in here, which again, that is the thing that I'm not happy about because Reach is one of the coolest things that they could really explore. Maybe this is before Reach. Maybe this is Reach.
Maybe halfway through the season they all die except Master Chief.
Except Master Chief. So that maybe that possibility. But like it seems like they're mixing so many different elements of the games. Like it seems like they're mixing honestly like 1 and 2 together. Part of 2 at least, because one of the aliens in 2 actually becomes like one of the main characters, and I don't think they're going to introduce that yet. But it's there's a lot of lore there. There's a lot of characters. Halo has never been known for its story, but its lore is huge, and I do think that the story could really work live action. They're pretty much just keeping the basic concept. We have to get the ring, make sure that this alien race does not take over it, because these rings were created and they can destroy a planet. It's like the Death Star, in a sense. Like, but you can also live on it. So, like, pretty much you can live on that ring. Like, it's like an entire planet. So, it's very interesting. It seems like that's the direction they're going, but there's a lot of things that are different. I don't know. It's weird.
What I'm gathering is, even though we're coming obviously from 2 very different places, where you're very knowledgeable about this, you know what this is supposed to be, you know what this is supposed to look like, and all that. You're fine with this, but you're not like overblown about this. You have some specific issues with the background that you're coming from, while I'm coming from like the opposite side of the spectrum, and I also liked it, but also not blown away. To me, it's not really any specific issues. To me, those are more overall issues where I don't see, like, this hasn't hooked me yet. From a trailer perspective, I'm like, this looks like a fun sci-fi show. It doesn't look overly unique. Not that that's necessarily a problem. Not everything can be unique, but looks like a fun show that I will maybe enjoy and have a fun time with. I just am not like 100% in right now. It's not a show that I would say, "Hey, have you seen this trailer for this show?" Maybe to Halo fans, I will ask that obviously, but someone like me who has never picked up an Xbox controller in their life, play a Halo game, I'm not gonna be like, "Hey, have you seen this show? Looks really, you know." So I can still give it a night. I can still give it a thumbs up and say I approve of this message. That is the Halo trailer, but going with caution, entering into this one with caution, and it's going to be interesting for you and I to discuss like episode, but not episode by episode. Yeah, unless like something big happens, unless we really love it or really hate it, it's going to be interesting to see where we come from.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see what the runtime is on the episodes.
That's true.
If it's 30 minutes, that's gonna piss me off. If it's an hour, I'd like that more. They've been making this show for like 3-4 years. Like
that's right.
So it's been a while in production. So I'm very excited for this. I'm just very nervous because a lot of my favorite video game stuff sucks. So, like, honestly, like the Warcraft movie, I actually enjoy because they went so into the video games and I dug the shit out of that, but it is not a good movie. Uncharted, I've seen one clip that pissed me off, and I saw another clip yesterday that actually resembles who a Nathan Drake is. So now I'm kind of like, maybe.
I have not seen clips at all.
Oh,
just for context.
Yeah, but like Halo, I hope it's good. I'll night it because I like the trailer, but I do have some issues aspect for it.
Alrighty, going into our third topic, ladies and gentlemen, Dakota Johnson has been cast as Madam Web in the upcoming Sony Spunk Madam Web movie, and this is one of those where I'm coming at you with two minds on this topic. Where Dakota Johnson cast as anything, awesome. Talented actress, you add her to any movie, she's going to do a great job, unless it is the 50 Shades of Grey franchise, which I'm guessing the Madam Web movie is not going to be the 50 Shades franchise, you know. But talented actress, so it's never a mistake to add talent. She's really good, and she has stacked herself some really interesting indie projects. Apparently, she's in two Sundance movies that you I think really liked.
Yeah. One's my favorite movie of the year so far.
All right, there you go. Cha-Cha Real Smooth, and now she's taking a different approach. She's done a ton of indies. Now let's do a blockbuster kind of film.
She's doing kind of like the
now we don't have. Yeah, exactly. Now. We don't have a ton of information about the Madam Web movie at this moment. But as this casting was announced, in the meantime, some new information came out regarding the Madam Web movie, where Sony is not really sure what they're going to do with this film, because guess what? Madam Web is not that interesting a character to lead a film. So, she's a cool character to be there, like as a mentor type of character to be there. Hey, Spider-Man, you need to do this, and then Spider-Man goes do that, and you follow Spider-Man. You don't follow Madam Web, where she stays in this dimension that is outside of space and time. You go where the story is happening. So it feels like they might change the character completely, which is fine. It's not like Madam Web is a fan favorite character of mine, at least. But it starts to get confusing, and it starts to show the real issue that me and many others have with this film, is that Madam Web is not a protagonist for a story. She's a side character. She's a novelty that shows up and says, hey, I'm here to help. And then you follow the other characters that she's here to help. You don't follow Madam Web. And so this whole notion of a movie focused on Madam Web existing is just strange. It's just an odd decision. Oh, they're going to change her to actually be Spider-Woman. Then call the movie Spider-Woman. Then make a Spider-Woman movie, which Olivia Wilde is already doing. This movie, as you pointed out in the chat...
Just had her be Jessica Drew.
Yes,
Like literally.
Or Julia Carpenter. You could be either one of those. You could be a brand new character. But
exactly.
from even you pointed this out that this film doesn't have a director at the moment, which is the weirdest choice to announce a casting and decide on a casting.
There is one.
Okay.
There is a director and writer.
Who is it?
I'll get to that in a second, but there was one.
Okay.
No one talked about it.
All right. So those are my thoughts on this. I'm not terribly excited, but happy for Dakota. So Zach, what are your thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on Dakota being cast? What do you think is like this direction that they're going with this film? And who is directing this film after all?
All right, so the director and writer of this movie is S.J. Clarkson, who has done Defenders and Jessica Jones. She directed a majority of Jessica Jones and the Defenders. So, there. And Jessica Jones season 1. That's the one.
Okay, the best one.
So, that's who's directing it and writing. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think she's in the. Morbius. What is it? I think she's in Morbius. I think she's an end credit scene for Morbius. I think that's why this was already announced. I think she's been probably it for a while. It's just weird to me, like, they're not filming it all yet. I wonder if Craven's actually filming. That's actually one I'm actually interested to see. But this is just a character this is like the wrong character to do as a movie. There's like no plan or structure to it. Like, she doesn't do anything. She just sits. She can't do anything. So, I mean, they're going to end up changing the character. And, I mean, like, the character's cool. But, like, I expected, like, Helen Mirren to play this character. Like, the oldest of actress I expected was maybe Charlize Theron, because she was actually rumored for a while to be looking at this role.
Ooh,
which she would have been
good. Yeah. Or someone that was rumored for a long time, not ever from any legitimate place, but was Sandra Bullock, which I also think would have been an interesting choice.
Would have also been great. But, like, for me, it's like Dakota Johnson's a really good pick for a Spider-Woman.
Mm-hmm.
That's the truth. And multiple other characters. Like, she could be fucking who's some other female characters in Spider-Man, like villain-wise? I mean, she could be Black Cat. Shit sake. I'm not saying they should, but
not for Tom Holland. Not for Tom Holland.
No. But
I
don't know.
But who are more Spider-Man female villains? I mean, you got Shriek, Lady Octopus, you got Scream, you got White Rabbit. Silver Sable is not a villain. She's an antagonist, but she's not a villain. Yeah, those are just a few. And he's back, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, Zach.
Frozen?
Welcome back.
Isn't that frozen?
Yeah, you're not frozen anymore. So yeah.
It's now. I think she's been cast for a while.
Poor Dakota Johnson.
Yeah.
Just to be in the 50 Shades movie and
this possibly was the reshoot they did.
I don't think. I still think they just see reshoots to do reshoots.
Maybe.
But yeah, I can't be too excited for this. Like, the idea of Dakota Johnson joining anything is cool, but I simply cannot be excited for the idea. With the information that we have right now, obviously, I cannot be excited for the idea of a Madam Web movie. So I have to send this one as a concept to the dungeon. So that's my verdict. What about you, Zach?
I'm going to do the same thing, but can I knight that Dakota Johnson's going to be in a comic book film? I think that's cool.
Sure.
So
you can do whatever you want.
I'm going to tell you
right now.
Take us into if she really hasn't filmed anything yet, this movie isn't happening. I'm telling you that right now. It'll be completely changed. It'll be completely changed. It will not be.
I think this is going to be a Madam Web movie on title alone, and since we don't know anything more on that, I cannot. That just happens to be called Madam Web. You know,
I think they are literally using this movie for the same thing that the DC is using the Flash for. Like, to introduce more of the Spider-Verse stuff.
But it's so weird because DC I can get because the Flash is a fan favorite. People love the Flash. Madam Web is a character that the general audience doesn't know. So
She's
the general
Spider-Man. She doesn't have spider powers.
The general audience is gonna be, who the fuck is that? And the people, the hardcore fans who actually know who she is, are gonna be like, really? A Madam Web movie? Really?
There is potential here. I will say this: if
they drastically change it, yes.
But if they don't go in the typical comic book realm, a psychological thriller or a psychological horror film that dives into like the psyche of Madam Web, because if you go
who it is to be a spider person, what does it mean?
Yeah,
to be by a
like you could do something really cool here, but it's Sony, so maybe they're trying to do their own.
Then again, what do you say? It's Sony, so it doesn't really matter. If it sucks anyway. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go into our fourth topic. And Zach, what is our fourth topic today?
Scream 6, everybody. We're screaming once again. Officially greenlit and shooting this summer, which is crazy. So that means they probably already had the script written. Like, they've talked about that they already knew where they were going. This script's been done. I mean, the film was pretty much done for like 6 months beforehand. They probably wrote the script in between there. And good. I really liked this Scream. I loved it. And I'm really excited to see what ideas the Radio Silence, the two directors, have in store for this. I love Ready or Not. I love the last Scream. So they're 2 for 2 for me. Give me this next Scream movie. I approve of them. I will just say this. I'm really curious to see the direction they go. Like, what is going to be the commentary this time? Because you can't just do sequels again. You can't do like legacy sequels.
What if they actually do? What if they actually do a Last Jedi this time, where it's the deconstruction of the Scream franchise?
It would be cool. I could see them doing that. I mean, you could clearly tell they were heavily inspired by Force.
Yeah, but to me, that also raises the question of what's the killer's motivation this time? Like, is it? Because I know a ton of people want them to bring back Stu Macher. I'm 100% sure they're going to bring back Kirby, because the directors themselves are fans.
Because there's a lot of parents who didn't meet in the first one. So.
And every single fucking parent of these kids is a single parent. Did you notice that in the film? Yeah. Every fucking person is a single parent. Though one of them is not a single parent anymore. They're dead, and so is their son. So I'm curious. Maybe we'll bring in Stu's sister, because that dude who dies early on in the film is his nephew.
Tara and her sister, her mom. We don't know who that is. So
that's true. I'm expecting them to present the mother for us to finally see the mother.
I will say
the person who had sex with Billy Loomis.
I don't think this movie takes place in
Woodsboro,
yeah. I don't think it
takes place. You think it takes place in Modesto, California?
I don't know. That's my thing.
By the way, did you catch what Modesto was a reference to?
No. What was it?
Because this film pokes fun at toxic fandom that attacked Rian Johnson for his work in The Last Jedi. Modesto, California is the hometown of George Lucas, who created Star Wars in the first place.
That's funny.
Yeah.
The more you know. But
smart chaps, these guys.
I'm really into this, man. Like,
I'm curious, and I like that we're curious about. Okay, what's going to be the killer's motivation? What's going to be the count? And we have no fucking idea. No fucking leaks about Scream 6. So let's keep it that way. So I like this. I'm very happy with this. I was actually, you know this because we talked on the chat. I was actually one that I just assumed it's over now. It's done. But no, I hope. Look, I love seeing legacy characters and whatnot. I hope this was full on the passing of the torch, and the story now belongs to Sam and Tara.
Do you think the other two show up at all, or no?
If anything, I would see Sydney showing up. But again, like I said, I want we've passed the torch. So let's full throttle move on with the franchise.
I will say this. I think Tara will be more of the main character this time around.
I think it will be more of a duo. Because Tara was there. She's definitely an important character, and she's definitely going to be an important character because she survived. But she was like the person who needed defending. I hope now we see more of a team up. Because now, it's going to be a few years now. She's grown up. She's a little older. So now
Could be the next summer, though.
Yeah. Could be next summer. Here's hoping. I like the idea of a Scream. Since it is a kind of parody, a send-up of the genre, a deconstruction of horror, it fits in the summer. I like that kind of movie in the summer.
Here's hoping. It's coming out next year. There's no fucking... Yes. And that's why, like, I knew if they announced it this year, we're getting that movie next year. Because just like Scream 2, it took them only a year to make the sequel.
That's true.
And, like, Halloween Kills is literally filming, or Halloween Ends is literally filming right now. And it comes out in October.
That's true.
So
that's true. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for our final topic, this Tuesday, which will be after I watch Death on the Nile. So expect a review for that because I'm watching on Monday. And I'm very excited because I really liked Murder on the Orient Express. But this Tuesday, and there will be a live reaction to it, I bet Zach is going to do one as well. The Oscar nominations will be announced. And with the shocking nominations that we've seen at SAGs, the shocking nominations that we've seen at the BAFTAs, we're expecting some really nice surprises, but we're also expecting some big snubs. Which leads us into this preview. Because I don't know what Zach wants to bring up, so I'm going to let him go first because I think he can guess, and you all who are watching can guess, the one thing I will want to talk about. So Zach, start us off. Your thoughts, your preview on the Oscar nominations. What do you expect, and what you don't want to see happening?
There's a lot. This is a weird year because this is the first year I do not believe there's a front runner in almost every fucking category. There's not a single front runner.
That's true.
Best picture, not for best
actor. I think once nominations comes in, it'll be more clear, like who the front runner or what the closest thing to a front runner is.
Maybe, but it also depends on the winners. You know, for other awards, like Golden Globes is like the only thing we have, and they're not. Yeah, so. I want to start with the main obvious one, Best Actress. Kristen Stewart is not getting nominated.
Shut up! Don't say that.
I don't want to say that, but it's true.
Then don't say it.
She will not be.
It's gonna happen.
She's not going to. She's not. She's lost out on every fucking thing.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
I hope. But I don't even want to give what I think my top 5 would be. But Lady Gaga is getting nominated. That is Nicole Kidman and Lady Gaga are like the two that I think are getting nominated.
Nicole Kidman deserves it though. I think I'm in the minority on that, but she deserves it.
I don't even think she like Nicole Kidman's Nicole fucking Kidman. I just there's so many great performances that won't be on there. Amelia from fucking Coda should be.
She's gonna be on there. She's gonna be on there.
No. Nope.
Yeah, she is.
Was she nominated at BAFTAs?
Yes.
Was she nominated at SAG though?
I think so. I don't know.
I didn't think she was nominated at SAG for Best Actress, but I don't think so. I think the biggest surprise that's going to be on there, and this is the one you're going to fucking disagree with me on, and I'm not saying that she should be. I'll be excited if she is. I would prefer Rachel Zegler on there instead, but I think Alana Haim's getting on there too. I think Alana Haim is getting nominated for Best Actress. She won't win. I don't even think she'll definitely even
Thank fuck.
But she'll be nominated. But I really at this point I do not see Kristen Stewart getting nominated. I think it's fucking bullshit. It makes me think that no one watched the movie. It makes me really think that people did not watch the movies, which is crazy because the analytics came out and said that this is actually the highest year that the award bodies have actually watched the movies. So that's even crazier. So that means, I mean, I'll be honest. A lot of my friends who aren't in the film who saw Spencer fucking hated it. So, yeah.
Damn. I still expect to see Kristen nominated. She's still the favorite, I think. Because a lot of the award, the critics' bodies still nominated her, And
no, we had her win in ours. I don't think
if she doesn't though, I'm gonna be more than I already am, because you guys know I love this movie. I'm gonna be the biggest fucking champion for Coda and anyone involved with that film that gets nominated, and also for the best movie of 2021, Dune. And I hope we see some surprises for that one. I hope that Knee gets in for
I hope to
directing.
see a surprise on is some international acting. Like Worst Person in the World, I would really like to see like the main girl from there get nominated. I'd like to see some stuff from that. Like nothing will be a snub more than Kristen Stewart, but like if I got the main girl from Worst Person in the World I'd be happy. I'd be very Renati Renvice or something like that.
Rensve,
yeah,
something like that.
Like and I think that's where it just like it's getting down to that point where who's gonna get snubbed?
I think from Worst Person in the World, that's the only thing it should get nominated for. It's our lead actor. Actress, apologize. Titan, I think Vincent Lindon should get nominated. The guy who plays the father.
But I don't think it ended up being eligible.
That's right. It's not gonna be France's submission. It's gonna be something else that nobody watched.
But really much the biggest international film I think that's gonna be the Power Player is Drive My Car.
Which I haven't seen it. That's
3 hours long. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I just.
Those are the two big ones I'm missing. Because recently I watched Worst Person in the World. I watched it like last month. Because that's one I missed at the London Film Festival.
Yeah.
So the two big ones, and this is, and I'm talking two big ones before the Oscars. So after the Oscars, who knows what I'll have left to watch. But Parallel Mothers by Pedro Almodovar and Drive My Car are the two ones that I'm missing. That I still can't. I don't have access to them.
It's a thing though.
I think it gets the best international feature. Nothing else, but I think it gets that one.
But any other snubs you see happening? I have one.
Any other snubs?
But that's it.
I don't think it happens, but I could see Denzel not getting in.
Mine. I could see Denzel not getting in.
Yeah,
and I will.
But I think he will. I think he will. I would say it's like a 70-30. Like it's a 70% he'll get in, but I can see a scenario where that doesn't happen, and I'm reacting to the nomination. I'm like, what the fuck?
I think there's a 40% chance Nicolas Cage gets in for Pig.
Oh, that's fucking awesome! I fucking love Pig. All right.
40%. Yeah. No, I'm not high on that one. But
yeah. I wouldn't give it a positive one.
The last one for me, I think Troy Coatster.
Coatster
is absolutely being nominated, and
I hope so. Him and Emilia. I totally see him and Emilia, and I'm saying that 90%.
Yeah.
And also, I want to say she got in on BAFTAs. He didn't, and they haven't gotten too many awards.
He got BAFTAs.
No, I'm not saying Coatster. The names I'm about to say. I'm going to say two names: an actor and an actress. The actress, she got BAFTAs. She didn't get much else. He didn't even get BAFTAs or much else. But I hope we see nomination. There we go. Now we match.
That's why I did it. I know.
I need to show this side. Yeah. Jason Isaacs and Endowd for Mass. I need to see those two nominated.
Oh, I hope to God, but I think Endowd's the only one that has a chance.
Yeah, maybe.
Because you know why?
I don't necessarily give him the win, because my favorite supporting actor is Jamie Dornan, my favorite supporting actress, and I totally see her winning. I don't see anyone else even coming close. Is Ariana DeBose for West Side Story, as it should
winning.
be.
She's the 100%. Only front runner right now. But let me tell you, Jamie Dornan's not getting nominated, which is
what?
Terrible.
Yes, she is. Yeah, he is.
Nope. You want to make a bet right now? You want to make a bet right now? Because I will bet Jamie Dornan's not getting nominated. I think Hine's good. I don't think Jamie Dornan. Okay.
Jamie Dornan,
What are we gonna bet?
Bragging rights, pride.
Okay, fine, fair enough. Jamie Dornan is not getting nominated. I think Jared Leto is absolutely.
Oh, fuck off! Don't even manifest that shit into the world. Don't even manifest that shit.
When it's the truth.
It's not the truth. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened, so it's not the truth. But it hasn't yet, so it's not the truth. You cannot at this point in time, Saturday, February 5th, 2022, you cannot say it was the truth. But you don't know the results. Until you know the results, you cannot say it is the truth.
I'm not even gonna be mad when I watch it.
I am.
Really?
I am. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit.
No, I don't think Jamie Dornan gets in, man.
As you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, Tuesday is gonna be chaos. Next week's show, the last show, is gonna be chaos. So yeah, we're in for a fun week. Twitter is gonna be a fun place to be at this week.
I'm gonna tell you right now. What do you think is the front runner for Best Picture? No biasness. What do you honestly think?
No bias, because I wasn't gonna say Dune as much as I wanted to be. I don't think it's Dune.
But I will say I think Dune is number 2. I think Dune is that second place.
I will say what I have been saying for the past few months, because nothing has led me to change my mind. The front runners is right now a tie. I personally can't decide between the two, but it's between West Side Story and Belfast. Those are the front for Best Picture. Those are the front runners.
So I agree with Belfast. The only thing with West Side is they sent screeners the day before voting ended, so not everyone saw West Side, and that's my only thing.
But it's West Side Story, and it's Steven Spielberg. It sucks. I don't agree with you, but I bet you just because of West Side Story, Steven Spielberg, some people voted for it.
Some people
without having seen it.
Yep. Whereas. And I know you didn't like this movie, but one of my friends did go to an Oscar screening of this film because they did a cast Q&A and said everyone was raving about it. Power of the Dog. I think
Power of the Dog is solid. It's okay. It's not fantastic. It doesn't deserve an but I don't not like it. It's fine.
But you gave it like a 2 out of 0.5 out of 5 or something.
Give it a C. I gave it a C. It's right there in the middle. It's right there. I would lean positive. But that's it. That's leaning positive.
I think she's the front runner for director, though. If I'm being honest, I think Jane is. let's wrap this fucking thing up then. I'm very nervous for Tuesday. Very nervous for Tuesday.
Very nervous, and you're gonna wake up early for that shit. So I can't even imagine.
That's I gotta get up at like 5 my time.
Yeah, it's gonna be at noon for me. I'm gonna have a late lunch because I'm gonna have to be recording that.
Are you recording or doing a live stream? Because I've been debating on
live stream. Okay. So yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for our topics. We didn't even night or send this one to the dinner. It's just a fun discussion. But now we're going to go into your live questions. And again, you have several ways of asking live questions. You can either directly support the channel through the tip link in the description, or through Super Chat if you can. If you want to, really helps the channel and would mean a lot to us. Or just drop it in the live chat and we'll do our best to get to it. Don't forget, interrogation marks at the end. They really help me finding the questions rather quick. So here we go. Deminisi and Scott. I was watching All of Us Are Dead on Netflix. Anyone watch it? I still haven't. I'm curious about it. I definitely will check it out. I just need to get other stuff done first. But I'm curious about it. It's a zombie show, which I'm not big on, but it's a Korean zombie show, which I am always curious about. Zach, what about you?
No, I didn't even hear about it till now. So.
Alrighty then.
To be honest though, I did get my first video game code, and the game's out now, but I got it 2 days early, so I've been playing the fuck out of it to review it because I want to review it before Monday, and so I haven't watched I have watched stuff that I can't talk about, but I would have watched a lot more, and I have heard about the show. I just don't know what it was. I didn't even know it was a show.
It just came out, I think. Not yesterday, but I think
I still want to watch that Murderville that came out, but I haven't watched it.
Me neither. But that only I haven't watched that. I still haven't seen the Tinder Swindler, and I promise it's not me. I'm not the Tinder Swindler. No, but I only have one episode left. So yeah, Lady Aaron, Ren, and Zach, how do you guys feel about Euphoria already getting renewed for season 3? Do you guys like Euphoria? We talk about Euphoria. We always mention how we forget to rank Euphoria. But yeah, I do really enjoy Euphoria. I don't know what people are smoking saying last episode was shite. Really, it's not the best episode, but I really like the episode.
There's a lot of things coming out about behind the scenes, and I think that's where some people are getting frustrated. I don't know if you've read, like, Kat's character has pretty much been completely cut out of the entire show. There's multiple.
She's always there.
No, I know, but like she has a whole storyline that they just completely.
Oh, okay. I mean, but look, what I'm feeling is if people didn't know that, they wouldn't be complaining.
Exactly. As well as, did you know McKay? He wrote him out of the show.
Yeah, he's a shit character. He's a very interesting character, so I don't mind.
That's exactly why he had
I mean, he's a bad character. Who gives a shit if he gets cut out of the show?
No, I know. It's interesting to me. I was like, okay.
But yes, I really like Euphoria, and I really like that it's being renewed for season 3. I will say this: it's not a matter of already. We're
halfway.
We're halfway through the show, yeah. So it's not too late, but it's not too early to be renewing it. So it's just about around time to be renewing it. Are you excited
to get us the new season by next year instead of waiting 2 years?
Hopefully, instead of waiting 2 years. I luckily only watched Euphoria season 1 last year.
Oh, did you? See, well, that's where, like, with Barry, they're filming back to back.
I need to get back on Barry.
It's fucking amazing.
I need to get back on Barry.
It's the best show.
I was watching that show as soon as it hit. Season 1 and early season 2, I was watching that show week by week. I was one of the first people to say that Barry was awesome. But in the meantime, I fell off. So a lot of people caught up on it. But Zach, do you like that it was renewed for season 3? And do you like Euphoria? Tell me the secret, Zach.
I'm loving Euphoria. Me and my girlfriend watch it every week, and it's
and you review it together.
Yes, and it's a really interesting show to watch. It's not like the best TV I watch, but the acting is so fucking good that like you can't take your eyes off the screen. It's like puts you in a trance. So I don't, again, not the best thing I watch every week, but it's something that I very much like, and I expected a season 3. I don't know how many seasons they'll do of this show. I expect like 4 or 5.
Yeah, I can see it going on for too terribly long. I'd expected a season 3 or 4 to be the last one. I think even
really
5 would be stretching it.
How this season ends is how I'll feel if I'm going to be excited for season 3, because right now I'm liking it. There's a couple worries I have with like select characters where I'm like, okay, that's the direction you want to go? Cool. And there's one thing happening in the season, I'm not going to say, but I need that fucking reveal to blow up right now, because I want some people fighting and fist fighting, getting heads shoved in the lockers and beat the fuck out of them.
Yeah. Also, fuck Jules. Lady Aaron also asks, Ren, is the Book of Fett the worst Star Wars show you have seen, or have you seen a worse Star Wars show than this?
Bad Batch.
Yes, exactly. He stole my answer from me, but the Bad Batch is absolute shite. Book of Boba Fett is underwhelming. It's not focused, but it's very watchable. If I'm watching it and judging it from a writing standpoint, is bad, given that it has to focus on Boba Fett. But the direction is well done. The visual effects are well done. The production design is well done. Costume design is well done. It's just the writing that lets it down. Bad Batch is horrible. I hate the Bad Batch. I'm sorry to say. I know Zach likes it, and I respect that, and I'm happy and jealous that he enjoys it. But I just
Aren't you excited for season 2 this year?
No.
Are you gonna watch it?
I'll watch the first episode.
I think. How about this? You watch the first episode. I will watch the rest of the season. I'm not reviewing. If they put that, because there's rumors it might actually premiere.
I will watch the first episode. I'm sitting here. I will watch it. I'm not reviewing it. I'm not reviewing any of it. I am watching the first episode. No.
Yeah, I will tell you right now. I've heard that it's actually going to premiere the same week as Obi-Wan. And if they run those concurrently the same day, I'm not reviewing it.
Yeah.
So
clearly the focus should be on Obi-Wan. Lady Aaron, can we all say that Zach's background is incredible? Loving the new background. I'm kidding. It's shit. Okay. It's absolutely garbage. I hate it. It's awful.
I hate it too.
By the way, before we move on, because Lady Aaron asked about episode. No, we talked about episode. She asked about the show. Zach, this week you made me feel terrifically special. You know this man is a friend when he finally starts one of your top 10
Oh
favorite shows
yeah,
of all time.
yeah.
This week, Zachariah Papaya right here from Arizona. He started How I Met Your Mother. How far along are you? How are you enjoying it? And who's your favorite character this far?
Okay, so like I've told you like I've only seen like episode bits of it, so I haven't like.
Mm-hmm.
But I said fine, I'm gonna start from the beginning because I was redoing my whole entire room, so I was like I need something to play while I'm watching. Well, it took me way longer to do everything because I kept sitting down to watch the show, so I actually get to the point where I stopped watching it because. So I watch like 2 episodes a day now.
Yes.
I'm almost done with the first season. And
Yes.
you know me with like I hate shows that are like 22 episodes. So like obviously it's gonna take me a while.
But if it's 20 minutes episodes, it's fine.
It's just Hulu has a lot of commercials, so like
that's true.
Me. But I'm really liking it to loving it. Now I did get spoiled on 2 things, which makes me sad. Because I was talking to my friend who also.
What are the 2 things?
I know who he doesn't end up with.
Okay.
And which is kind of like something they set up in the. And I was watching. I'm creating a reel, and I was actually listening to an interview me and Griffin did with an actress, who you know from Palm Springs, and he brought up Your Mother. And when I was rewatching it, I was like, "Oh shit!" Well,
yeah.
Well, that spoiled that for me. But I will say, I've heard the ending's very mixed. Like some people really like the ending.
Oh, it's not mixed. It's absolute garbage. It's awful. And you know this
show.
Top 10 overall as a show, top 10 favorite shows of all time. The ending itself, the last episode, I think is great. The very ending is awful. I hate it.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. But I'm liking it a lot. My favorite character is Marshall and his who's his wife?
Lily.
Nice. The episode where they're hiding in the bathroom because Ted brought the girl over.
Maybe I need to pee.
Let's make out like all that's. It was very funny. I just got done with the episode where we find out about why Barney got into like dressing up and like why he.
Yes, his origin story. I have the Darth Vader moment.
It was very funny. Or wait. I watched one more episode after that. The one when the girl goes to Germany.
Victoria.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But
you're like, really close to the finale then.
Yeah, I'm very frustrated though because like I want him and Robin together, but I fucking know the ending, and it pisses me off because I know who Robin ends up marrying in the. It makes me mad because I mean,
there's still a lot you don't know, but I think. Right now, it's only natural you're feeling like that. And as the show goes on, like, it sucks that you know who Robin marries, but the show will win you over.
If I'm being honest, though, I think they're a better couple. From what I've seen, like, their interactions, I think they are better.
And the show will only convince you more of that. Because you got 9 seasons, so it's only natural that you're going to change your opinion.
Ted's my least favorite character. I'll tell you that. Ted's my least favorite character.
Barney is the best character.
He's a good... Yeah. Barney's great.
He's frustrating.
Cole is awesome.
Robin is amazing.
Dude, her reaction when he goes, I love you. I fucking love
What?
Yeah.
What? Ranjit is also amazing. Do the tank.
Yeah. So I'm really liking this show.
By the way, you have seen now, if I'm not mistaken, because I think it's season 1, you have seen the pineapple episode.
You have to give me more. They all come together for me.
Ted wakes up with the girl and the pineapple.
And they're trying to
that's one of the best episodes ever.
So good.
What about the pineapple?
For a second, I'm like, oh shit, it's Robin. It's Robin.
Exactly.
And then she calls next. I'm like.
All right, everyone. I apologize for this little detour, but I'm just excited. So now every week I'm going to talk about this man. I'm going to talk to this man about How I Met Your Mother. Anyway, let's continue. Lady Aaron, Ren and Zach, what are some of your favorite movies from the golden age of? I don't know. Casablanca is the best one. Off the top of my head. Zach, any ones come to your mind? Sunset Boulevard is amazing.
I haven't seen that. Casablanca. Why did Hail Caesar come up in this? But okay. Yeah, literally. When I looked it up,
that's just a bad movie.
I used to really like The Adventures of Robin Hood. Does that count? Citizen
Which
Kane
one is that?
It's
I mean, Citizen Kane definitely counts.
1938. Lawrence of
I don't think
Arabia
I've
is
seen
really
it.
good.
Yes.
The Hucksters is good.
I
That's
don't know that
1940s. King Kong, I guess technically counts, and I really like that growing up.
Yeah, the original.
Casablanca is probably my favorite. Citizen Kane is the biggest overrated piece of shit in the world. Rear Window's great.
Yes, best Hitchcock movie for me.
Same. Yep. Breakfast at Tiffany's, North by Northwest.
Yeah.
I mean, you can keep going on and on.
Vertigo.
12 Angry Men.
Yes, how did I forget that one?
Yeah, there's a lot. Oh, Rebel Without Cause. Some Like It Hot is fucking
Some
good.
Like It Hot is so
that
good.
Movie is great. That
All right.
Great.
Eric Thorpe, he's my weekly ranking. Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 10, the best season. Number 2, Book of Boba Fett, Episode 6. Number 3, Peacemaker, Episode 6. Number 4, Batman The Long Halloween, Part 2. Number 5, Batman 66, the movie. And number 6, Knock Knock. All right, thank you so much for sharing, Eric Thorpe, good friend of the show. Lady Erin. Ryan and Zach, what are some of the saddest movies that you have ever seen and will never watch again after one watch? We talked about this several times. Hachi a Dog's Tale is one. Schindler's List is one. Detroit is one. There was one recently. Zach, give us some of yours while I search.
I mean, you said a lot of mine that I never want to watch. Boy in Striped Pajamas is another one.
Oh, yes.
Not watching that shit again. Let's see. Saddest. Bridge to Terabithia fucked me up. That's never being watched again.
Yeah, true.
You know a movie I still have not seen, but I really want to?
What?
Collateral Beauty with Will Smith.
Dude, don't. It's bad.
I want to watch it. I know it's bad, but I want to watch it.
It's bad. It's very bad.
I want to watch
All right.
it.
Eric Thorpe, they'd have to really age up Emilia Clarke, or would she be a different actress? That would be less exciting, though. That's a good point that I had not thought about.
Yeah.
How would they cheat around this? It's Star Wars. Find an excuse. Yeah. But Eric is right, though. Like, sure, they bring Emilia Clarke. I'm going to be super excited because, number 1, Emilia Clarke. Number 2, Kira. But it wouldn't make a ton of sense. It wouldn't, because like, but hang on, they also, I'm also saying they could bring Alden back, because between, how far is Solo from A New
where
Hope?
we are at right now in the timeline as a perspective, it's like 15 years.
Is it 15?
18 years before Force Awakens, I think, right now.
Yeah, but compared to Solo, because it's 5 years after Return of the Jedi. Let me just check.
What? How
long before New Hope is Solo a Star Wars story set or something?
Yeah. 10 years before New Hope.
10 years? I think they don't need to do much then. I think they just bring in Emilia Clarke. I think that's fine.
Because then A New Hope, the whole trilogy takes place, what, over like...
Yeah, over like 3 years? 5 years? Yeah, something like that.
13. But then Mando and all that, 5 years later, because it takes place 10 years after.
10 years, 8-10 years later. So I think you could just bring back Emilia. That's fine. I think that's all right. And if anything, if you want to age her up a little, makeup does wonderful things.
Or give her cybernetics. They introduced the whole cybernetics thing. Just say
that's true. That's true.
You know, I mean, look, right. Again, Fennec. How she's 6 years old in real life, and she looks fucking like.
But that's just Ming Na Wen. That has nothing to do with the character. That's just her.
But you know what I mean?
But Fennec is one they never specified her age. We barely we see her in Bad Batch, but we don't see her without a mask. I don't think.
No, we do.
Okay, we do. But also different mediums. Like that's an animated character.
Do we see Omega? That could be a big cameo next week.
Not interested.
I know you.
Sorry.
I know you weren't, but
But I also don't know if this is the place for us to bring Omega in.
Yeah.
Sure, yet right now. I mean, but they're doing everything that has nothing to do with Boba Fett. So sure, bring in Omega, I guess.
You know who they're probably gonna bring in? Jar Jar Binks.
Misa
Over
don't
under
want that.
30% Jar Jar Binks is in
Under.
the Obi-Wan show.
Oh, under. I'm not gonna say 0. I'm not gonna say 5, but I'm gonna say
there's
under
like
30.
a 20% chance he is.
I'd give it 10. 10 if I'm stretching
Cameo.
15.
I mean cameo.
Yeah.
I also okay. Next one, Padme. Just up or down now? Yes or no? We're getting flashbacks in that show. I think so.
1%. 1%.
Okay.
In fact, 0.5%. That's 0.1%. That's how confident I am they're not bringing her in.
I think
40.
80.
40.
Oh, no fucking way. 80.
40.
80.
I'm not confident. Let me see a trailer and maybe I'll bump it to 50, maybe 60, but right now 40. Because it's good. It's almost there at the positive.
Okay, Darth Maul. I know Darth Maul's dead technically in the timeline, but
no, 0.
I think
0.
I think he's showing up.
0.
He's showing up.
0. Minus 100%. Negative 100%. All right, Lady Aaron, what are some of your favorite opening songs in a musical movie? For me, I really love The Greatest Show from The Greatest Showman. So May We Start from Annette and Another Day of Sun from La La Land. I'm gonna take your Greatest Show from Greatest Showman. I'm gonna take your Day of Sun for La La Land, but probably the greatest of all time. It's not The Greatest Showman, but it's The Circle of Life from The Lion King. I mean, simple as that. Zach, do you have any others?
La La Land was the first one before I even read the question. Once I heard the first part, but I will also say, let me point this to the side. Deadpool 2 might have one of the best.
True. Great point.
Ever. So
great point.
It's the best part of the movie. Best part of the movie.
Yeah.
So,
Eric Thorpe, when the heck will House of Dragons release date be revealed? It's supposed to be in early 2022. We're still. So now we're in February. We still have 2 more months of early 2022. Hell, if you want to be technical about it, we still have 4 more months until June of early 2022. I'm thinking we're looking at an April release date. What do you think, Zach? March or April?
That's the exact date I heard was April. End of April.
All right.
And then it would head into May, June, and be done then.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, this is a question from me. Ren, have you heard that Doctor Who could bring back David Tennant as Tennant? Why did I say Tennant? That's the Christopher Nolan movie. David Tennant as the Doctor. I would personally love this, as it would get me back into the show, as I lost interest after Jodie Whittaker's first season. I had not heard about this. I don't know how they do it, unless it is like for a special, because Russell T Davies is coming back for the 60th anniversary. That's in a few years from now. But the reason why I haven't heard, I only heard that Matt Smith in an interview mentioned that he would be open to returning, and that's it, really. But I only heard that because I have a group chat where I have other fellow Doctor Who fans, and one of them quickly mentioned that. But I'm not up to date, like, on who's returning, what are the plans, blah, blah. Because I'm staying purposely away from details because I'm still catching up on Doctor Who. I'm right now on season 12. Over halfway through season 12, which is Jodie's second season. I enjoyed her seasons. They're not my favorite, don't get me wrong, but I don't see anything particularly like awful about it. My biggest problem is that her Doctor hasn't particularly stand out. She's got all the quirkiness and likable qualities and flaws of the Doctor, but all the common ones that every reincarnation has. But she hasn't particularly stand out. I think she's doing a good actress, but the character herself, it's just it's there. It's fine. So I still need to catch up on Doctor Who. Basically, that's why I've not been aware of all the information out there. But they're going to do something special for the 60th episode, because that 50th anniversary episode is still movie, really. Is one of the most epic things I've ever seen in my life. That was endgame levels of good when it comes to Doctor Who. All right. Let's continue then, because Zach doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No.
Hizzy Hey, if you had to bet on one actor under 35 and director, I'm guessing under 50, that haven't won an Oscar to win one in the next 10 years, who do you pick? Good question, because I don't know these people's ages.
Wait, a director. So we need to pick an actor who's under 35 and a director who's
and a director under 50.
Oh, under
50? 50. Let me check. Actors under 35. I mean, Margot Robbie still is not 35. So I'm gonna say her. Is Andrew Garfield under 30?
In the next 10 years?
Oh, I'm a dumbass because I did not remember him. 83. No, Andrew Garfield is almost 40. He doesn't look it, but he's almost 40.
I'll give you 5. Timothy Chalamet, Taron Egerton, Calvin Harris Jr., nice. Riley. I cannot say her fucking last name. Keogh. And then my last one, honestly, Anya Taylor-Joy.
Good. Florence Pugh is another one.
Yep.
And we have a tip. Yes, and we have a tip, ladies and gentlemen. Hot Takes for Nerds donates $10. Thank you so much, Chandler. He's a good friend of the channel. Loving the podcast, guys. I'm actually watching Doctor Who for the first time. Almost done with season 1. Love its creativity, science fiction this far. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. You're going to love Doctor Who because it only gets better for the most part after the first season. Because then you have the David Tennant run. Because now you're watching the Christopher Eccleston run. Then you have David Tennant for... I think because David Tennant was a weird run because he had one season but then a ton of specials, and then you have Matt Smith, who is the best Doctor, if you ask me, and then Peter Capaldi has a rocky first season but a fantastic second season. So happy someone else is watching Doctor Who. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for your wonderful and very generous donation and support. We really appreciate it. And yeah, just enjoy Doctor Who and keep me updated on what you're thinking. All right. We were on a Heezy Hey question over. So it was before my comment thanking Tony Movie Chappie for letting me know to take down the Boba Fett spoilers banner. Heezy Hey. No, not this one. No, we've been here. We've been on the weekly ranking from Eric Thorpe. So we were just here on the David Tennant one, and yes, this is the one. Actor, so we just named a few actors. Directors. Is Christopher Nolan still under 50?
No, he's not. He's 51.
Christopher Nolan. Ah, damn it. Denis Villeneuve. Denis.
54. I already looked.
Ah, damn it. Damien Chazelle. Damien Chazelle is one. I'll say that.
Probably. I mean, if we're just talking best director wise, what's his face? Barry Jenkins. I think will probably end up.
Barry Jenkins, good shot. Good shot.
Because he won Best Picture, but he didn't win Best Director. Greta Gerwig. I wouldn't be surprised if wins one in the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Or the girl who did Promising Young Woman. I think she has a really
Carey Mulligan.
Unintended.
No, she's not under 40.
Director.
Oh, the director. Emerald Fennell.
Yeah.
Fennell. I remember there was a confusion about her last name, but I don't remember right now. All right, Lady Anne, Ren and Zach, what are some actor and actress deaths that shook you to your core and broke your heart into places? A very uplifting topic, as you can see. I can name you the two right now: Robin Williams and Carrie Fisher. Those are two for me.
I have a couple. Mac Miller. I loved him as a rapper. Kind of broke me. Carrie Fisher, Robin Williams are two. Most recently though, it's Chadwick Boseman. I still remember Tyler Tompkins texting me and saying, "Dude, Chadwick Boseman died." And I said, "Stop fucking lying." And I went straight to Twitter, looked, and it was obviously his main Twitter page shared that, and it was Very, very sad. I still can't believe it. I still can't.
Sorry, I accidentally went back on my browser. Let me just find the question. Shit. I can't go any... I can only be here, go up to here, guys. Nev Campbell is already in talks coming back for Scream 3 from T. Parker Evans. So if you typed in a question that we haven't answered before T. Parker Evans' comments, retype it again. I apologize for having flipped out and back on the chat. I apologize. It's on me, but feel free to retype your question if I missed it. Lady Aaron, actually, did anyone hear a rumor that Obi-Wan is rumored to come out on Disney Plus in May? It's not a rumor. THR confirmed it. It is set to come out in May on Disney Plus. Everyone is expecting May the 4th, but since they haven't corroborated any specifics, I actually don't expect it to come out on May.
I will also add in on that. Moon Knight's finale, if they don't do 2 episodes the first week, it will be May the 4th. So they either got to do 2 episodes starting from Moon Knight, or Obi-Wan's doing it the next week after that. And I know a lot of people, it'll probably be a miss if they don't. But I also think it'd be cool if it's just like, hey, it's coming in May. You know, I don't know. I don't get why you need an extra week of work. You know, you're gonna tell me the first episode isn't done for Obi-Wan, but okay, whatever.
Yeah. Lady Aaron, I've decided I will watch Ren's Oscar reaction on my phone and Zach's Oscar reaction on my TV. What do you guys think? Change it! I'm on the TV! I take priority! I get the big screen!
Cool.
What the hell? Why am I on the phone? Give him the phone! I get the TV! The hell is wrong with you?
Exactly. You know, like, look at Ren's shining face.
My shiny face. I just put some lotion because I shaved yesterday, so I had to put a ton of lotion to take care of my delicate skin. Oh boy! Oh, will No Way Home get nominated for Best Picture? Would I nominate it personally? Hang on. Would I nominate it personally? Yes. Will it get nominated? I'm not counting on it. Watch my reaction, because if it gets nominated, I'm going to flip out. That's going to almost compensate for the lack of Kristen Stewart if she doesn't get nominated. All right.
I'd be fucking shocked if it got nominated. I'll tell you that.
Me too. 100%. More questions. Ren, I can't believe I'm saying this, but even with missing the Golden Globes and BAFTA nominations, I think Jared Leto might get in for Best Supporting Actor, and I'm scared for my life for that. He won't. I'm not counting on it whatsoever. I'll be surprised if he does, honestly. Hey Ren, when is your review for Jackass Forever going up? I don't know. I wasn't thinking about reviewing it. But now that you're asking, do you guys want to review for Jackass 3? Not Jackass 3. I'm definitely not reviewing Jackass 3, but Jackass Forever?
Is you and Bruna should do a Jackass stunt and be like, this is Ren Geekness and this is Jackass. And then jump off like a fucking balcony or something. Or like grab Bruna.
We talked on the chat, like I won't do Jackass stunts. You can't pay me enough. Jackass Forever review.
She has her fucking skates.
No, she won't do it either. I'm gonna put the poll up in case if you guys want a review for Jackass Forever, awesome. I'll do it. I can't see the poll on the chat. Okay, it's up now. But yeah, let's see if you guys want it, and if you don't, that's fine. I wasn't thinking about reviewing it, Luis, because I'm only watching it tonight. I still have to review Gold, which again, shout out to Movie Fan for recommending and making me aware of that film. But if you guys want, sure, I'll review Jackass Forever. So yeah, thanks for asking. That's very kind. I'm always humbled when you guys ask, hey, are you going to put up this review? Because I'm always interested to know what you guys want to see. Um, also for Best Actress, if Lady Gaga wins another award, either would be Critics' Choice, SAG, or BAFTAs, I think there will be game over and Lady Gaga will win the Oscar. Thoughts? No, still don't see it happening. I see the possibility of her getting nominated, but I don't see her winning at all. She's not the favorite. Zach?
I think Nicole Kidman's number one right now to win. But I think Lady Gaga's two, and I don't get why. But I just need to see the nominations. I need to see who the Oscars is and who wins at the other awards, and then I can kind of go from there.
All right. Ren and Zach, question from me. Well, I would assume it is for you. Do you think if we would have gotten Colin Trevorrow's episode 9, it would have been great, just with a linked script, or would Star Wars fans have still hated it?
Star Wars fans hate everything.
Look, we can't say what would have happened for sure. Because reading a script is very different from like seeing a finished movie based on that script. I will say this. Having read the script that was out there for Colin Trevorrow, I thought it was fine. It was better. It was a better and more interesting direction than The Rise of Skywalker. But I don't think it just reading the script, I don't think that is a great movie. It's fine. It's good. It's solid. It would just rank it above. And again, judging solely on the script, it would just rank it above Solo: A Star Wars Story for me. I still would have Force Awakens, Rogue One, Last Jedi, the entirety of the original trilogy over that. But it would just slightly make it better and overall a solid film. From what I read, that's my opinion. Zach, what about you?
I can't tell because the script could have been elevated by the directing, So I would have been. It would have been cool to see, I don't hate Rise of Skywalker, but I definitely can say I think Colin Trevorrow's had more interesting ideas in it.
All right. Ooh, have you all watched How I Met Your Father? I'm going to assume Zach hasn't. The plot kind of sucks, but the rest of it so far has been okay to good. I'm enjoying it. I think we talked about this last week. I think it's too early to say it's amazing or it's awful. The show is still finding its identity. A first season, for the most part, there are exceptions, aka first season of Heroes, which is amazing television. But I'm enjoying How Much a Father. I like the little tweaks that we've had that they made to the formula, where we now see the mother but don't see the son, and it's very smart why we don't see the son, because the way How I Met Your Mother establishes its premise and its plot is, hey, I'm going to tell you the story of How I Met Your Mother. We have no idea who the mother is or could be. This one, How I Met Your Father, they clearly establish the first episode, the things that happened in the first episode, that is the night where I met your father. And the 3 male characters that she meets show up. Which, sure, takes a little bit of the tension away from when she meets Josh Peck in episode 2 or 3, I don't remember. But it's an interesting tweak. Not the twist, but a tweak to the formula. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying it, and the characters for the most part are likable. I like the guy who plays Jesse, who played Bash in Glow, a show that should still have come back for a 4th season. But I'm enjoying How I Met Your Father thus far, for sure. Let me just check something. Why can't I see the poll? I can see 50% for the poll, but I can't see the...
Yes is 57%, no is 43%.
Okay, thank you. How many votes?
7.
Thank you very much, sir.
62% yes, 38% no.
All right. Ricardo Lovisa, what's your thoughts about an idea of a third-person AAA game of Supernatural, a full open game with a voice cast returning? I don't know what a third-person AAA
AAA
game
means it's like a high-quality game, like
okay.
like a blockbuster. Mm-hmm. It's not an indie.
I don't care. I'm still watching Supernatural, by the way. I need to watch the season 9 finale, and then I'll be on to season 10. But from my understanding, and just recently I was spoiled about one of the aspects of the finale. The story is done. I don't, unless you're just making a game to recreate what happens in the show. I'm not too interested, honestly. And Zach, I don't think you watch Supernatural, so you also would have no interest?
Nope.
All right. All right. Does anyone think Boba Fett will end with him falling into the Sarlacc pit again? That would make the whole series worth it, in my opinion. The fact that he even went back to the Sarlacc pit to search for his armor, when he got out of the Sarlacc pit with his armor on, it makes no sense. And he knows how a Sarlacc works, and he just puts himself right on top of the Sarlacc to be grabbed by the tentacles and whatnot. This show has not done a great job at making Boba Fett look intelligent. I will say that. Joe Fletcher. Do you think the unfinished Clone Wars episodes with Cad Bane and Boba are canon? No. But this is the canon version of those episodes. Because now they're retweaking it, readjusting it to make sense in the timeline and the show and whatnot. So now that's not canon, but the general ideas of seeing Boba Fett versus Cad Bane, those unfinished episodes, this is the new version of that. So yeah. You were out because you were left early, but Lady Aaron wanted to ask you, what is your favorite song from Encanto that is not We Don't Talk About Bruno? That's the donkey one. That's the best song in it. The donkey one! And for both of you, how would you rank the Encanto? Oh, I did that last week. Kari Joji Fukunaga, director under 50. That's a good shout. Good shout, Eric Thorpe. What are you? What trailers do you think? I glitched out for a second. I apologize. What shows do you think we'll see at the Super Bowl? Last week, we were asked, I don't remember who asked, but we were asked if you would see. It was for some sort of like awards kind of movie. If we'd see a trailer for that and Avatar, I think we can still see like a first announcement trailer for Avatar. We maybe see another Morbius trailer because it was delayed. Who else?
No Warner Brothers there. They didn't buy a spot.
No Warner Brothers. For Disney, do you think you could see an Obi-Wan? Do you think you could see an Obi-Wan?
Potentially. I do know they bought a fuck ton of spots.
Okay. I like that.
Wait. I think I actually know. If you give me 1 second.
Yes, I will give you 1 second.
You can go to the next question, but I know it's out there as what's going to be there. So let me.
Okay.
Find it. I know Doctor Strange is getting a teaser there, but it's not. I don't think it's new. I think it's just what we've seen before.
Ren and Zach, are you guys excited for Borderlands movie directed by Eli Roth and co-written by Craig Mazin? Zach?
Yes. I've heard the script is awesome. That's what I will say.
All right.
That's cool. The script is incredible for this. Everyone I've talked to that has read it or gotten their hands on it, Eli Roth is what makes me nervous.
I've never played Borderlands, but I won't say I'm excited, but I'm curious about it. It's definitely a movie I want to see out of pure curiosity. Ryan and Zach, did you guys see the new Netflix promo? And if you did, Are there any movies that excited you? For me, it's easily The Gray Man. You saw my most anticipated movies of the year list. It's The Gray Man is there. I love the look of Slumberland. It looks weird and fantastical and odd. Knives Out 2. That was a quick glimpse at Knives Out 2. And I didn't see the whole of it. I saw like the first minute and a half, something. And the rest of it just looked alright. From what I saw, I don't remember like anything looking, oh, that looks awful, you know. The Adam Project, I'm curious about because it's time travel. You know me, I love me some time travel.
That comes out soon. That's only in a couple of weeks.
And yeah, that's it for me. But easily Gray Man. How about you, Zach?
Same. The Gray Man, and I know someone that has seen it, and I will tell you.
That's true.
From what he has told me, I remember this. I have no spoilers of what he's told me. I just asked him, if you were to give me a non-spoiler reaction, what would it be? And his 3 words were, "Holy fucking shit." That was all.
That could go either way. That could go either way.
Good way. Yeah. He told me a little bit more about it. This would now be my top 5 most anticipated films of the year.
Yes!
After he
and Chris Evans looks great. Just the mustache. Yeah. Right back at you, sweetheart.
Even with the CGI not done, this movie was still fucking great.
Oh, yeah. You can tell the CGI is not done in the trailer. And it's fine. It's a trailer. I never care too much about CGI being done in the trailer.
I think this is going to be good. This is going to be really good. So, I hope it's in theaters. I hope we get to see it in theaters.
Same. Because there'll be the casting choices for a Samurai Jack live action for Jack in the voice of Aku. Okay, I'll give you, because one just came to mind. I don't want a live action Samurai Jack, personally, at all.
Same.
Andrew Koji would be my choice for Samurai Jack. He played Storm Shadow in the awful Snake Eyes movie, and he's the lead in the TV show Warrior, which Zach also needs to watch. But this is one he can't watch at work. He can't watch while he's doing something else. This is a show to watch, but I already recommended it, so in time you will watch it, I'm sure. Yeah. Warrior it's on HBO Max, 2 seasons.
I really want to watch that.
Voice of Aku. Who could be the voice of Aku?
Danny DeVito.
I would think it's more sensible to cast someone of Paul Sun Young Lee. Why not cast him as a villain?
That'd be cool.
You know. All right.
God, man, why couldn't I get another season of Kim's Convenience? What the fuck?
Yeah.
It's so crazy, though, because I go and watch his YouTube channel.
How
different he is than all.
Yes, 100%.
So I can't wait to see how he is as Uncle Iroh.
Yes. Joe Fletcher, am I the only one who prefers Mando and Book of Boba Fett's version of Luke Skywalker over the Last Jedi version? As much as I love Rian Johnson, I think Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau understand Luke a lot more. I think they're one and the same.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't think you're the only one, by the way. You're definitely not the only one. But they are one and the same character. It takes years for the Luke of the Last Jedi to become the Luke of the Last Jedi. It's only natural that the Luke right now in Mando and Boba is that Luke from Return of the Jedi.
But Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, they love Star Wars. They're gonna tie in the sequels. I think that's what people don't understand. They're already setting it up in very small ways. Like the thing is like it is literally the exact same Luke Skywalker.
Yeah,
and I think with age, people will understand. Like if you're younger or wherever you're at. Like for me, yes, I love when Luke was how he is in this. I also love that Luke was a cranky ass fucking dude because he has gone through so much. Like,
and by the way, even with Book of Boba Fett and Mando, when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, compared to what happens in the sequels, compared to what happens in the original trilogy, no matter how much you like it or dislike it, nothing's really happening in the galaxy overall right now in Mando and Boba. Like Mando's story, Boba's story, very small compared to the
biggest thing was Moff Gideon and Thrawn, whatever fucking
that's the biggest, but Thrawn hasn't even happened yet. And Thrawn is out there in the unknown regions. So that they're clearly the same version of Luke Skywalker, and I think they're both phenomenal understandings of the character. Like the look that they're portraying in Mando and Boba, it's the exact same look as Return of the Jedi, as it should be. That's Luke Skywalker at the height of his powers. Exactly. All right. The View with Drew. Do you guys think Mahershala Ali will be a better Blade than Wesley Snipes, or do you feel Wesley Snipes won't be topped? Tough to say. We haven't read the script for this new Blade. We don't know how they're tackling this character. I will say this. I don't know how unpopular, or popular for that matter, this is, but Mahershala Ali is a better actor than Wesley Snipes. Like, Mahershala Ali is a better actor than most actors working today in Hollywood. So I'll say that. How about you, Zach?
They're going to be two different versions. So, I mean, we don't even know what this Blade movie's about. Is it going to be more about Blade? Is it going to tie in more shit to the MCU? Is it going to just open up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's when I'll start kind of understanding. They're going to be two different things, though. I mean, for me, it's like when we look at, if we're going to compare Robert Pattinson's Batman to Ben Affleck's, we're going to be able to compare certain things, but their films are going to be so widely different that we can't truly compare them. That's why, like, I remember a couple of years ago, and I've been wrestling the idea of doing it for the Batman, is ranking all the Batman actors. That's tough to do because it's all subjective opinion. I can't argue, because, like, Val Kilmer is good for the role that he was given. The substance that he was doing.
Underrated Batman.
Yeah, he's...
Not George Clooney.
Val Kilmer. But again, George Clooney's did what he could with the material. Val Kilmer's really good as Bruce Wayne.
I think he's really good, yeah.
Good as Bruce Wayne. I was very surprised on this rewatch how good he was. But it's like when I look the inevitability. One day Iron Man will be recast, and everyone will say the same thing. There's no way anyone will be. But our kids, our younger ones, will be like, "But Dad, this person is fucking awesome." Like that. And we're gonna be like, no one will ever be wrong. Like me and my friend talk about it all the time.
I'll be like, fuck you! No, he's not!
Exactly. Exactly. So, you know, it's tough, but it's a subject to opinion. You can't, like, I did the Joker a couple years ago, and it was tough because Phoenix and Heath Ledger are both great, but they're both different interpretations of that character. So which interpretations do I like more?
Exactly. Eric Thorpe says maybe they're saving the House of the Dragon release date reveal trailer for the Super Bowl. I would say yes, but like Zach said when we answered the previous question about the Super Bowl,
last minute.
Yeah, unless they bought, because Warner Brothers has not bought a spot, so they have nothing as of right now.
Because I don't know which news outlet announced, but they said do not expect anything from HBO Max or Warner Brothers there.
Alrighty. Lady Aaron, are you guys actually going to watch the Super Bowl or not? Also, speaking of American football, if you guys even care about it, how do you feel about the incredible Tom Brady retiring?
Well, answer for Ren.
Yes, I was going to say I'm not watching the Super Bowl because I have no access to it. I will say this. I've always been curious to at least try and get into American football, but I have no access to it, and I wouldn't know where to start. I will say this.
Yeah.
I will say this. We've had this discussion before, Zach. I'm going to let you talk about Super Bowl and Tom Brady because I don't know shit. But American football, a million times a better sport than soccer, but it should not be called football. You don't play with your feet. Shut up about it. Soccer is football, but American football is the far superior sport. I hate soccer, by the way, and I'm European. I'm just saying that you should not be called football.
I think that's if you ever move to America, you would get into football pretty easily.
Oh, obviously. Obviously.
Dude, like, my girlfriend's not even into fucking football. But if we go to like a sports bar, she's watching the fucking game more than I am. So,
but that's the thing. But that's the thing. I've always been curious to. I want to try at least to get into it, but I have no access to even trying. There's no way for me to even attempt to try and get into it. Because, like, okay, I want to get into anime. I try some anime. I enjoyed it. Okay, I want to get into Breaking Bad. I tried Breaking Bad. I didn't enjoy it. I'm sorry. It's just not for me. I understand the qualities, okay? Just an example. American football, I just have no access to even try to get into it. So, yeah. But what do you think about Tom Brady, the supposed GOAT? I don't know. I'm just saying what I hear. What do you think about him retiring?
Cool. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the Patriots. which was the team he was mostly on for my entire life. Tom Brady's a good player. And football I like. I've never really gotten into it personally. I was more into basketball growing up, so I watch the Super Bowl? Do I watch games sometimes with my dad? But like, I'm more of the type like my dad watches the Super Bowl, and if a movie trailer comes on, he tells me, and then I'll go upstairs and now do a reaction. But I just don't care. Like, I'll probably watch it now because like my parents. I don't know if they'll do it this year, but like they'll usually do like a little party with all of our friends, and there's food so I can eat.
Well, what's your team if you have to?
So
go?
my dad is a Steelers
the Crows. I don't know.
The Steelers. So like my dad Steelers, so I grew up as Steelers. But then like Arizona with the Cardinals, so
Cardinals.
I also support them.
Steelers is Pittsburgh, correct?
Pittsburgh, yep.
And I bet you guys can't guess why or how I know that. So we'll see if you have any guesses by the time we finish this. I mean, you could probably guess it's from a movie or TV show, but which movie or TV show? T. Parker Evans, what other Suicide Squad character spin-off would you like to see happen? It's not that I wouldn't like to see happen, but I just don't know what kind of angle most of them would be about, but I think a Bloodsport one would definitely work. Obviously, if you make a Harley Quinn movie now, you can technically count it as a Suicide Squad spin-off, so that one can definitely work, even though I didn't like Birds of Prey. But that also wasn't the Harley Quinn solo film. They like jokingly, Daniela Melchior has been posting about Ratcatcher and King Shark one. It's a gimmick a little bit. Like, I'm sure it'd be fun for like 2 or 3 episodes, and then like, what's the story? Like, conceptually, I just can't imagine a good story from that.
I also couldn't imagine a movie with
same
new people. So I know it's what James Gunn. It was announced that he's doing another spin-off. Show.
He's doing another DC show. That's what I've heard. That he's doing another DC show. But
and a Suicide Squad spin-off, I thought.
What I read is that he didn't specify what it was. So we don't know if it is, we don't know if it isn't. Or at least I didn't see that it was or that it wasn't.
And then Peacemaker's most likely getting a second season.
That's already confirmed. It is getting a second season. At this point in time, we don't know.
I think he said the earliest would be 2024.
Yeah, exactly. We don't know if it's a season 3, but season 2 is coming.
Okay. I wanted to ask you: do you think TDK shows up at the end of this season?
That's true. Because we speculate about him showing up. We know he's alive. I don't know. Maybe because do you think Myrn dies? Because I can only see like TDK showing up if we need a new character. Because one of the characters that we have right now is out.
Does Myrn die? I think it depends on what's going on with the butterflies. Because Master said something, and then he got shot.
The butterflies.
Yeah. So
and from this episode, we got even more tease like about their plan, and we still don't know their plan.
Yeah. So I'm not 100% sure. Maybe, but he's also cast. But I don't know because then he's casted in Guardians 3. And it's not like he needs to be on Peacemaker 2 right now.
Sure.
Which, dude, he is going to fucking kill it in that movie. He's going to be so good in that movie. It's like, it's unfair how talented that actor is.
True. Here we go. Easy, hey, what action film could you two most easily live through the events of the main characters? But are we the main characters, or are we just there next to the main characters? What action? I mean, I can easily live through the events of Snake Eyes because the camera is shaky so much you don't even see me running away from the action.
John Wick, because John would just protect me.
That's true, and I am John Wick, as you all know. You've seen my short film. You've seen me playing John Wick.
Indiana Jones.
That counts for sure. That counts. What else? Come on, help me out, my Funko Pops. What action movie? I don't know if I'd survive the stunt crew survives, but I would definitely survive the events of Ant-Man. I can get through the Ant-Man movies.
What about Mad Max?
Oh, it's not a sure thing, but I think I could just escape. Maybe.
I'm surprised you're not saying this one. The Power Rangers. You don't want to be a Power Ranger?
Oh, that's the thing. I need to clarify if we are the main
you could
character.
be one of them if you're right next to them.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. The Power Rangers. I'm the Green Ranger. I'm the guy that didn't show up. That starts out as the evil Ranger.
True.
You guys can see him. He's right there. But he's right here. Tommy Oliver, the White Ranger, the Lord Draken. That's a good shot. Good shot, Zach. Deadpool? Could you survive Deadpool?
Yes.
Okay.
Easy.
All right. Nice.
Probably lose an arm, but it's okay.
Let's move on then. Hey, Ren and Zach. Would you show Midnight Man in the next Moon Knight trailer, or with the recent tragedy, do you hold him off until the show comes out?
They don't need to show anything else for Moon Knight. Just like any other one, they don't show shit,
True.
so I don't need to see anything.
I understand that the real life situation makes things sensible, but I think you show in that trailer what you always planned on showing in that trailer. Particularly, like, I understand if some people might feel icky if they actually show the actor, Gaspard. Don't remember his last name. I apologize. But if you show him like in costume, like, there's nothing you can do. Like, the guy died in an accident. It's not like he was murdered. It's not like he died out of a disease like Chadwick Boseman unfortunately did. I think in this case you do the marketing material, either the episodes, exactly the way you always plan to do them. That's just me. I'm not saying that you can't disagree. I'm not. I don't have like a strong position on them. I can see the arguments being made otherwise, but for me, I think you just do as you were always meant to do it. Zach, what do you think?
I think I get the disrespect. I don't think they will. I just if this was any other movie, that wasn't Marvel or Star Wars, I would say maybe they would show it, or show him. But I don't think because do we even know if he's suiting up? He might not even be suiting up.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Like it might be an introduction to the character that they were planning, and then the next season he becomes Midnight Man. But because that's my thing. I don't think he was actually going to be him, if I'm being honest. I think the setup was to get him into the next season of Moon Knight.
Ah, okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I think we're all caught up in questions, but we have time for 2 more. Send us 2 more very good questions, and we'll answer it. But yeah, 2 more questions. All right, let's go with Eric Thorpe right here. Eric Thorpe, do you guys think the Suicide Squad is the biggest jump in quality a direct sequel has ever made from the original? Great question.
That's a good question.
I mean,
it's one of them.
The way you word it, though, the biggest jump in quality, that can go either way. You can jump up, or you can jump down a precipice. But I think upwards, from bad to good, I think it's got to be up there. If it's not the best, it's got to be up there in the conversation.
You know what else is up there? The jump in quality from Joss Whedon's Justice League to Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Well, true, but that's not like a direct sequel.
I know. Let's talk about one that's bad. Like one movie that was like an amazing film, and the sequel was fucking terrible. And I don't mean a direct-to-video sequel or like a horror sequel. I mean like that was shit. I think Ren froze. Did Ren freeze?
Damn it. I did? Oh shit.
Yeah, you froze.
No, I'm still here. Okay. I never stopped hearing you though.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna say a direct to video horror sequel. I wasn't gonna say a direct to video sequel. and that would be and I don't even think the first one is amazing. It's just a really good movie. The first Mulan to the second Mulan. The second Mulan is horrible. It's awful. You don't have to.
Do you know out here the only way to buy it on Blu-ray is you have to buy the sequel with it?
Ugh. I don't think the sequels here exist on Blu-ray. I have like I have a lot of them on just DVD because they came out in the Golden Collection, which is this collection that has all the Disney movies, the classics, and the direct-to-video sequels. In these like golden slip covers. They're back in Portugal, so one day I'll show you. But I think I've shown them in Blu-ray collection videos that I said before. But yeah, Mulan 2. I can't think of any others, man.
I was reading some people said Matrix. Some people said
that's a good
Transformers The Last Night compared to every other Transformers movie.
I would say every other Transformers movie compared to the first Transformers movie.
Yeah. Spider-Man 3, Son of the Mask.
Oh, Son of the Mask is a good one. Son of the Mask is a great one.
Jurassic Park 3 compared to the first one.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Indiana Jones 4. I mean, yeah, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's watchable. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think that's it. All right, last question. Lady Aaron, is this the most scared you have ever felt for the upcoming Oscar nominations this year? Or was that a year that was much scarier than this year? I mean, you're going to disagree, but Fantastic Beasts 1, 2 Crimes of Grindelwald is definitely one for me. With you, it's the other way around, though, actually, I think.
I hated the first
I despise Crimes of Grindelwald. It's an abomination of a screenplay. Oh,
it's not a great screenplay at all.
No, it's an abomination of one.
I enjoy it, though. Well, honestly, both those two movies are like The Ground and Harry Potter's up here.
I would definitely put the first Fantastic Beasts over... and this is coming from the last time I watched them through. Which was very... recently, I only watched the Harry Potters. I didn't watch the first or second Fantastic Beasts, but I will before the new one comes out. I would put the first Fantastic Beasts over Chamber of Secrets.
Wow. That's...
Yeah.
You're crazy, but okay.
Yeah. So yeah, is this the scariest? I don't know, because I don't keep in mind how I felt before. I just have a bad memory like that. As soon as the Oscars come, all right, that's done with. Let's prepare for the next ones. But probably they're probably the new ones. I think I have never been more invested in anything than I was when La La Land got nominated. So even if Kristen doesn't, knock on wood, even if Kristen doesn't get nominated, if Dune gets nominated, I will be just focused on that. Zach, what about you? Is this the most scared you've ever been for the Oscars?
Not necessarily. I mean, I'm not scared because I got nothing to lose.
Exactly. It's not my money.
Yeah. I like giving my reaction because I'm into it because I hope my favorites of the year will win.
Yeah, exactly.
But if they're not, it's just like, okay, fuck you, Oscars.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Can I just say this? I think next week, depending on how this goes, I think on our final show we should also give our favorite, like our own Oscars. Like you give your best picture of what you would want to win, and I give mine.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, that's cool. All right. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the penultimate Geeks of the Roundtable podcast episode. We got one more. Well, I don't know if we're gonna focus. Next week we gotta do that, and then just do live questions because it's the last one. Let's just.
Are you bringing any guests next week?
I wasn't thinking about it. I didn't reach out to her. I mean, I did reach out to someone, but that person is busy, didn't get back to me. I understand, but I just couldn't. I didn't feel good in keeping on being a pest and reaching out to them. But we got a busy week, ladies and gentlemen. Zach, what do you got coming up, and where can people find you?
So I have Liam Neeson's new movie Blacklight. I have Death on the Nile. I have Boba Fett. I have Peacemaker. I have a Dying Light game review. I have Euphoria. Fuck, I don't know. And then what? You have Uncharted this week.
I have
the week after.
I will watch Uncharted on Friday. On Monday, I'm watching Death on the Nile. I don't know if I'll have an embargo for that one, but Embargo's Monday. Okay, so I won't have an embargo for that. So expect a review either on Monday or Tuesday. On Wednesday, I will be doing a watch party of Catwoman Hunted. Shout out to Warner Brothers UK for sending me the Blu-ray copy of it, so I can cover it as well. Expect a review for Catwoman Hunted as well. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Book of Boba Fett finale. We're going to talk about the whole thing. We got Peacemaker episode 7, the penultimate.
I like how you said I'm not reviewing Boba Fett anymore, and now, boom.
No, but I said I'm not reviewing it until the finale. So this video that I put up yesterday, that was the exception. But with the finale, yeah. I mean, the show became something else other than the Book of Boba Fett. That's just the title now. And also, starting this week, the Batman series reviews with Batman Begins. So expect that one as well. And I still got to review Gold somehow, probably on Monday before that's on the now. So that is it for us. Thank you so much for watching us. See you next week. See you on all those reviews. And let me see the poll. Let me close the poll before we say goodbye.
I think they said yes. Enough yeses.
You guys said yes. 69. Nice. I like how you guys think. 69%, so I guess I'm reviewing Jackass Forever, either tomorrow or, again, on Monday. Probably on Monday, because that way because videos don't do well on weekends. So Jackass Forever and Gold on Monday, and then Death on the Nile on Tuesday, and something else on Tuesday. We're probably going to get a ton of 2 videos per day, so make sure you watch those. Make sure you support those. Links in description for you to see if you want to become a member. Thanks to Bruna and Stewart, the current members on the channel, for making this video possible. And thank you all for watching. Until next week, the very special final episode of this podcast. Love each other.